Hello, my little munchkins, my little crones, and my little chickens. How are you on this lovely, lovely Saturday afternoon? Oh my God, it's gorgeous. Baby crone and I are outside. Give it to me. No, no, no. I want that, but you know what we need?
Okay.
Throw it back. Now give it to him. Yeah, you thought we forgot about it.
Yes.
The lightning. It feels so good to be energized.
It honestly does. I feel like I came alive.
And you would think that we came from this brutal winter.
Exactly.
We really didn't.
No.
It was a very mild winter here in Maryland.
Yes,
As
it
a
was.
matter of fact, we only had snow one day, and it was like a blanket, and that
Yes.
was just a couple of weeks ago.
Yes, 2 days after the start of spring is
that
when
was
we
it.
had
That
snow.
was all it was. And last year, it was mild. And that's one of the things I like living in Maryland.
Yes.
However, but if you move down to Virginia, it's even more milder than
Yes,
that.
'cause we're the
And
Mason-Dixon.
the further you move south, the more you don't deal with the frigid weather. However, I had a friend that's in Philadelphia, and he was telling me that his temperatures was like 50 something, like 30 something degrees, like 32, 33.
Yes.
And I'm like, well, our temperatures here was like 36, 37, but it felt like jacket. He was like, no, I had to wear a coat and a jacket. Well, for us, it's not like that here. I don't know what is the difference between their 30s and our 30s, but there is a difference, you know? So, what else going on, Baby Crone, on this Saturday?
Yes, on this beautiful Saturday that's supposed to be windy. It's just a beautiful day, beautiful spring. I am ready to get energized. I feel like I am ready to live life.
I'm gonna hold you to it.
Okay.
I also like to say something. This is
tarot card on the run.
Get the tarot. Which one is it?
The Knight of Wands.
Of course, ready. Hi. Okay. So one of the things that I like to mention is this is off the cuff. This is nowhere. But since I'm feeling kind of good feeling, I had a meal yesterday. It was so delicious. What was it called? Panda? No, it wasn't Panda.
No, it was from Noodles and Company.
I've eaten there before.
I have it here. It was called the Pasta Fresca with chicken.
It was so delicious. Now this is the kicker. I enjoyed the meal, but Baby Crone said it wasn't enough. It was enough for me for 2 days because I got the small size. So now I know it comes in small and regular. What the hell is regular? You know, so
regular.
Baby, we're gonna have that again. I just wanted to say Noodles and Company, that was a good meal. And if you have a Noodles and Company around your way, try it and see how you like it. I just thought, and what I like about it, you know how sometimes you go to places too saucy,
yes,
too seasoned, too not like that at all. For
just
the dish
perfect.
that I had. What did you have?
I can't remember. Oh, I had pasta cavatappi.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was good.
But you're getting what today?
I'm gonna get what you had, except with shrimp.
Only because I made it taste so good. It was just
I was stuck between the two, and I was just like, I'm gonna try this one while she tries this one.
Well, I don't eat shrimp, so therefore, of course, you know what it would be: chicken for me.
Yes.
So, but it was delicious, and I'm definitely going back again. So, Noodles and Company, you got me.
How would you compare them to Olive Garden, another pasta company?
Honestly, I know Olive Garden get a lot of bad raps, but I like Olive Garden.
I like Olive Garden.
And I love their little salad. I don't know what it is.
And their breadsticks.
Their breadstick and salad is enough to fill me up. I like Olive Garden. Now, that's not my restaurant that I would go to if I was, that's a restaurant that I would go to if I'm hungry and I just want a meal, you know. That's where I would go. I don't have to dress up, you know, if I want to go on a date and I just want a quick meal, or we want to go out and we want to eat a little something that's just not a hamburger. Well, I don't eat meat like that. And I certainly don't eat ground beef or ground chicken. Well, ground chicken, ground turkey, and not even ground turkey really, but ground beef. Ooh. But nevertheless, what was I saying?
Just talking about Olive Garden.
Yeah, so I would eat at Olive Garden. I like Olive Garden. I really do. I mean, I think their services have gone down a little bit.
I could see that.
Their services, but their food, and I'm sure in some parts of the United States is probably wonderful.
Yes.
So depends on where you live, I guess.
Yep. Speaking of a garden, we gotta start thinking about a garden soon since we're in spring.
Right there.
Yes.
Right there.
Right
is where
behind.
we're going to put our garden. We're going to film us
Yes,
fixing
I'm
it.
not sure if you could see
It's
the
going to
rods
be right
and
there. So I got to
posts.
get a thing. I had one before,
Mm-hmm.
but I was scared to go inside the garden
That is true.
because of all the animals and stuff
And
that's
fresh
in the ground.
vegetables taste different from market
I
vegetables.
didn't like them
We'll
at
say
all. I didn't. It was so fresh. I was like, what is a cucumber? Didn't taste like any cucumber I taste. It was so
And they
weird.
didn't last as long.
No, they did. I gave them all away. They
That
were
is
just gigantic fruit. But nevertheless, we're going to get some. We're going to get some seed, and we're going to get some fertilizer. And we're going to wrap that. And we're going to have our own garden.
Yes.
So with that being said, I think that's enough. So, baby Crone, we've been talking now for how many minutes?
We've been talking for 5 minutes
That's
about
all?
yes, about our life. And
Just sound like just
and
coming
health.
outside before we hit you with the what is it? Before we hit you with the okie doke.
Yes.
What's really going on?
because the sun hit us and we opened up like sunflowers.
Yeah, we did. Poop.
Yes.
Poop. What am I doing? Poop.
Spitting out seeds.
I'm sitting out seeds. Poop.
Yes.
Poop. She
Seeds
got
of
it.
knowledge.
Seeds of knowledge, seeds of love, seeds of wisdom, seeds of understanding, seeds of forgiveness, whatever you need. I got it. So
Yes.
anyway, who we going to talk about today, Baby Crone?
Yes.
Because there's been a lot going on.
Yes, keeping on the positivity, we're Katy Perry is on
Aw.
sobriety with her her fiance.
What is going on, Katie? Katie got an addiction problem.
Yes, to alcohol.
You know,
apparently.
you know what that goes to show you. We are not exempt. And you would think she got her baby and she's married to this actor, Orlando Bloom. What? I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Maybe she drinks because she loves drinking.
Yeah, that could be it.
Maybe that's it. And maybe she just don't know when to say when.
That could be
You
it
know,
too.
sometimes, I don't know. I don't know. I don't drink alcohol.
It's not Katie's first time going with sobriety.
Yes, that's
however.
what I'm saying.
This time she has made a pact with her fiance for 3 months.
And they've been engaged for what, 2 years or so?
Yes.
And she has she have a baby by him and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So he probably saying, I don't want to marry you in this condition. Clean it up, girl. Katie, clean that up.
Yeah.
Clean that up.
Congratulations for being 5
I
months
mean,
sober.
this may not help you, Katie, and maybe this is the wrong advice to give. And somebody may tell you go solo, but I would say, why have you thought about any cannabis?
Okay.
I mean, if you feel like you need, what about cannabis? I mean, it's
form of
definitely
escape.
for to help. I mean, if you at least you won't be out of your mind.
Right. And
I don't know. What do you think?
inebriated
Because when
and
I
stuff.
talked to my doctor, that's what they, I was like, I don't want to take any pills. I don't want to, I was feeling a little down for a while. And I was like that. I don't want to go on no SSRI drugs. I don't want to go on no mood stabilizers because I don't feel as though that was my issue.
Mm-hmm.
And so we started talking. He said, well, have you thought about cannabis? And of course, I was like, cannabis?
Yes.
But actually it helps from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what it does? It
What?
makes me forget about today.
Yes, that is very true.
It just makes me have fun and live in my moment. However, I would never smoke cannabis and go outside my house. I
No.
would be too tripped out for that, or
Yes.
drive my car. But it does take the edge off. So when you do it every now and then when you need it. And
Yes.
sometimes I need that, So anyway, what else going on, Baby Crone? So about
A Katy
Katy
Perry.
Perry, girl, think about your liver, okay?
That is true.
I gave you one. Think about your liver, honey. It ain't worth it. What
Yes.
else we have, Baby Crone?
In sad news, however, Wendy Williams is allegedly selling everything.
I
in
don't
New
know
York.
if that's sad. And like I said, I don't know if Wendy is selling everything or.
She wants to go to LA though.
But Wendy is sick, and like I said, Baby Crone loves talking about Wendy. She is just, no offense, she's just not somebody I care to talk about. I really don't.
I just really want
Baby
her to
Crone,
get better.
then you talk about it. I'm listening. Go ahead, Baby Crone.
I just
talk about Wendy Williams.
It's
Go
just
ahead.
everything she does. I always look at it with a question mark. Cause I'm just like, are you making this with a sound decision in a sound mind that you want to go to LA to try to get this TV career, or is it people in her life using her and talking in her head to say, hey, get this TV show, we want money? So that's all. I just hope Wendy Williams is doing this for herself, and that she is thinking clearly when she makes rational decisions like this sometimes.
Well, we know, and just by the look of Wendy, I don't think Wendy can make a rational decision. I have made my judgment. I'm not going to keep playing with it. What I'm not going to do, I'm not going to just be like, oh, I'm just not going to make it a story. She's mentally ill. And the day when Wendy Williams is not mentally ill, we're going to know it. You know why? Because she's not going to be out there broadcasting it, saying stuff. She's just going to be about her business. And sometimes when we well and we healthy, we're not talking about it. We're about it, right? So until I see a podcast and she's sitting in that chair in her right frame of mind,
Yes.
I really don't want to discuss Wendy Williams because she's a damper. What do you mean she makes me feel bad? Why? Let me put it to you another way. Wendy Williams did a lot of talking about people when she was in that chair, okay? And we tend to forget that. But what I don't forget, karma is a beast, okay? It's a beast. And I see Wendy, she done outed people. She talked about people's sickness, cancer. She made fun of people inadequacies. Wendy was a mean girl. Okay? Now, saying all that, I'm not saying she deserved what she got. I'm definitely not saying that. But what I am saying, sometimes you have to pay the piper. Let me go another way. For your fame and fortune, you sold your soul to the Baphomet. What do you mean? You sold your soul to be a comedian and to make fun at other people's expense, no matter what.
Yep,
I've seen how you rip people down. Whitney Houston. How you talked about Beyonce. I mean, it could go on and on and on. So to me, you're dealing with karma, as far as I'm concerned. You know, I'm not the karma police, but to me, do I feel sorry for you? I feel sorry for anybody that's suffering. But I'm not going to forget about how you was mean. And I'm speaking it. And anybody that don't agree, hey, love it.
Yes.
Subscribe. I mean,
Make a
subscribe,
comment.
but make your comment. Do I adore Wendy? I do adore Wendy. But she was a mean girl. She was. And at the top of her game, she was a beast. And she was relentless. And she made fun out at anybody. She was so cocky, she didn't even want friends, because she said, if I be your friend, I might laugh at you today, and if you do something, talk about it tomorrow. See,
At least she knows herself.
she knew herself, and she chose to not have friends. So now that she's in the bottom of the barrel for her, not financially, of course,
yeah.
but she's at the bottom doing to health and all of this. Everybody wants to forget. I don't forget. However, whatever's coming to her husband, because no matter what, two wrongs don't make a right. And I believe she didn't hurt no man, but her husband hurt her, and she didn't deserve that. He had another woman on his side, had a family. That's not cool, and that is why. And I feel as though Wendy Williams is really, really suffering. But you know what? It ain't as bad as it could be.
That is true.
She's alive, and she's in the land of the living. And all Wendy Williams got to do is put down that alcohol, and she'll be fine. One of the things that will make her better. That's my opinion, and that's all I have to say about Wendy Williams. Please don't judge me.
Yeah, moving on. Yes, on to family affairs.
Do I sound like I'm mad at Wendy? Mm-mm. I care about her, but enough. Like, she's doing her thing. She's doing it. I don't want to make her a part of it. She's sad, depressing.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
And moving on to family matters.
And last thing about Wendy, sorry. Okay. There's a lot of commentators talk about Wendy. Unless she's doing something major, like you said, selling the furniture in her house and everything, that whatever she might sell, who knows? But how we know, like you said, how we know? That's why I said I can't with Wendy. I can't. But I wish her nothing but good health.
Yes.
And the love, because everybody deserves to be loved. Mm-hmm. Now that's what I gotta say about Wendy Williams.
Yes.
Continue.
And we're going to move on to Tasha and her group.
Who else we had before them?
We have the Kardashians.
Who else?
and Tom and Raquel.
I want to talk about Tom and Raquel because
Okay.
that with Tasha, we got to leave that a little later. Let's talk about Tom and Raquel,
Yes.
or Rachel, whatever the name is.
Whichever one
Okay,
it is.
what it is about them is they were together over the weekend.
Yes.
I really think that they are a relationship. If they work, I want them to work. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
Why not? I mean, he just seemed like I'm sorry, I gotta say it. I never really particularly cared for Ariana.
Okay.
I just felt like she was like a mean girl, but everybody said that she was sweet. So
I mean, I could
'cause-
see that. Yeah, from the little snippet I saw from this season, she's kind of like, you know,
snooty,
yes, you're either
real
with me
snooty
or
and
against
bitchy.
me.
You sure that's Ariana?
Yeah, that's how I feel about
You know who she is?
Yes.
Yeah, the blonde.
Mm-hmm.
She just always seemed like she had a stank face. This is my opinion. I didn't dislike her. I just felt like, especially when Stassi and all of them was around, yikes. And that's why when Tom Sandoval is acting like that to that relationship, I'm kind of confused. Why everybody is mad? I don't get it. She was the one. Wasn't that her that took Tom away from Christine or whatever the girl name was in the show? That show was filled with that.
It is.
I just don't get it. And
That's
honestly,
what their show's
I'm
known
gonna tell
for.
you about Raquel or Rachel. She's about the dizziest girl that I ever met.
Okay.
However, she's very intelligent. You say what I mean. She comes off as flighty, as unwrapped bubblegum.
Okay.
You understand? But her moves and the way she glides and do things is astounding. She's like right now, I don't know what they know because we're looking at what was.
Yes.
So she's hanging around. No, they showed when she was at the house, but I don't know how this show is working, but she hangs around them. I don't know if she's around them. I don't know. I watched the episode. It seems like, do they know now?
No, not in the recording. This is still old news. Old
So she
recording.
stayed a night at Tom.
Yes.
And while Ariana is away. See what I'm saying? Is this real or is this live or Memorex?
Hey, you're right. It is kind of getting muddy, which is
Because
present,
the truth,
which
the
is,
present, and the past are starting to get mangled, and I don't know.
because it
what's
came
going-
out mid-season, so we're just like, are we what we're seeing a part of the season? Because the question is, did they go back and re-edit it to make it match the storyline?
And you
of
know what?
present?
That's what happened when we were watching. What was it? Wives,
Oh, Housewives?
No.
Of Sister Wives.
Sister Wives.
Yes.
Same thing. The past, and it was so hard to look at the past episode because you was already knowing what was going on, and looking at the past episodes, it was like it was pointless.
Mm-hmm.
And I even said, I wish they stopped telling everything.
Right, maybe
Yeah.
what they're doing is just showing off Raquel more in the series to show.
That what's her name? Rachel.
Yeah, because she
She
is
amazing.
yeah, she is making moves with the men on there on the show.
Yes, I love her move. I mean, I of course wouldn't be that way, but she just seemed like she's heartless, and like not heartless like don't have a heart, but heartless like I'm going to do what I got to do.
Do you think James hurt her in that way?
Huh?
Do you think James hurt her in that way that she just kind of gets not gets what she wants, but goes after what she wants and confident in herself?
I don't know because at the end of the day, we are responsible for ourselves.
Yeah, that is true.
And I just think that's her. That's just who she doesn't have an attachment like that. It's like she's missed something. It's like she doesn't have that buffer to say this is bad. It's like she lacks that to me. And that's about her judgment of character. Like, you don't go and take your girlfriend's friend. You don't go around and try to make out with your friend's boyfriend.
That's
not
true.
just one, not just two, but I done seen her do 3.
Yes, especially when even if it's when it's a stranger and you see your friend eyeing a stranger. And
You
you're
out.
just
If
like,
my
I'm
friend,
so go
once
for
my
it.
friend and I agree that we like a guy, I'm out.
Mhm.
You are not going to see me kissing him. Well, you won't see me doing that, but you won't see me. You can have them.
Right.
And even if she say I can have them, I would be like
Respecting girl code.
girl code. Now if she say if we say something like he'll choose, then that's fair. That's fair. But I don't know.
Yeah. Even in that situation.
So
you
with
gotta
that
be
about,
careful.
I want them to make it. I really do, because I want her to have somebody. And like I said, this is what Vanderpump was about when I was watching it. So I don't know. So for me, they weren't married. I mean, people are acting like they were married. They weren't married. This is the wonderful thing about living with someone. You don't lose anything.
That is true.
You break up amicably, and then you move on. And you wasn't married. She didn't have no children. She doesn't want any children. But I think if he be with Rachel or Raquel, she would want children and stuff. And that's what it was, because Ariana didn't want no children and didn't want to get married. And she just was a weirdo for me. But like I said, and I didn't know, it just seemed that she wasn't really into sex. And she seemed a lot like Katie to me. Like they just had sexual hang-ups, but I know that she probably was bisexual. Well, I know that Ariana is bisexual. And I'm going to say it, and I'm saying it out of pure ignorance because I'm not bisexual, but it just seemed like bisexual women, I don't know about men, bisexual women seem scary to me. I would not want to be in a relationship with a bisexual woman if I was a male, because they fickle to me. You know, with their hang-ups. That's just my opinion, and it means nothing. And maybe it's not like that. It's just what I've seen over the years. So anyway, so whatever going on, I hope that all of this schism, that Raquel and Tom make it.
Yes.
At the end of all, I hope
Please.
that it was like, this was real.
Yes, and worth it.
And we could be watching a wedding. Not today, not maybe next year.
Yes.
Prove them to say, I was matched wrong. This is the right one for me. I like that.
Yes, and then have it on the show.
Yes.
Um.
So, who is next?
Yes, the Kardashians.
So, what would you like to say about the Kardashians?
Yes, apparently they're having a season 3 already on Hulu, and it's curious.
And I heard that what's his
Scott
name?
Disick.
Scott Disick. I think
he
Scott
was in the
Disick is
trailer.
cute, and he was supposed to be coming back. You know, I don't know what it takes for the Kardashians to understand. Maybe y'all need to stop.
Yeah.
And maybe they saying we may need to stop, but we can't stop because we in too much debt. Maybe because we owe millions and millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah,
maybe
spending
that's
outside
why.
their means.
And I don't understand the Kardashians.
Neither
I don't
do I.
understand this thing. And another thing, I don't know if they were disinvited to the Met in May. However, it's curious to me that the people want them not to go. It's like they want this. This is how you know your season. It ain't hit them yet. When you have a lot of people, not just commentators, hoping that they don't go, that's bad.
Yeah.
Kardashians.
You should have people outraged that you're not going.
Yes, people are like, that's how fed up. And instead of you saying, let me give the people what they want, and I know what it's going to take. Okay. It's going to take for people to just really stop.
Yeah, that is true.
It's going to be stop. But they come on with their advertisements, and it be that music. Doom, 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 doom. That's not it. I'm making it up, but it's the music.
Yeah,
to make you want it. And then they show it, and then you hear Kim says something like, what was it?
Let's talk about it.
No, before that, she said something about, I gave you a career, or what? Yes. Something to, what was it?
Yeah, something about I gave you a career.
I gave you something to that effect. Mm-hmm. And you know, if I was Kim's sister, you didn't give me anything. You gave me nothing.
Yeah.
Everything I have, I worked for it. Mm-hmm. You didn't present you didn't present this to me. Mom presented it.
Yeah.
Mother was behind it. So she always saying, I gave you a career or whatever. She takes credit, but she's a narcissist and you need to finish her up anyway. But, I just don't know what else to say other than they're saying that Kanye can get him, and I don't even know if Kanye invited, actually.
Right, and
I don't even know if Kanye want to go.
You're right.
I don't even know if Kanye want to be anywhere near the Kardashians if he doesn't have to be.
Right. But we know what? If he does come along, we know Bianca Censuri will be right there on his arm.
Chained up. We chained up. Yep.
For sure. And speaking...
And I hope they make it, and I hope it's not for show. I just hope that she's good for him and he's good for her.
Yes.
I do.
Yeah,
So,
I just did, since we was talking about, I did want to bring
and another thing about the Kardashians, I really have an issue with Khloe talking about Black China, pretty much saying that Black China is a fraud. Who are you? I mean, that really got me a little livid. Who is Khloe to make accusations? My thing is, if somebody's willing to change, if you don't have anything good to say, how much more when you go and get fillers out of your face, when you go get the Baphomet sign removed? Go ahead.
It's actually very fitting that Khloe would be the one to say something, because Khloe was the one that always had a problem with her appearance in her family, and that's why she goes and changes her appearance.
That is
so
very
much.
good observation, baby Crone.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that would be something that would, because I would be like, if somebody's making a change, whether or not, the question people say, is it real? I ask. But at the end of the day, I don't care whether it's real or not. All I know is real today. Now, what happened in her tomorrow, I don't know. It's real today. And I believe after reading her cards, you all please look at it.
Yes.
And when I read her cards, it just seemed like this love relationship is really inspiring her to do the things that she thought about. And I'm not going to tell you more. Read up. And thinking of that, I want to skip on something, and this happened about 2 weeks ago, maybe, with Tashi Nine. I did a reading on him too, and that beating he took, oh my God. I hope he's doing better, and I don't know what is going to become of him. Is there anything you want to say? I did a reading on him, please.
Yes, she did.
Please.
More readings.
Please.
You also did a reading on Viola Davis.
Yes, but I did a reading on somebody else, and I don't know who it was.
It was, oh my gosh, you're right, you did. I am trying to remember their name.
Nope, I'm not looking it up. I'm just going to leave it because I don't remember who it was. But nevertheless, if you really get a chance, please look at the reading on Tashi 9. Is that Tashi 9? Takashi 9. And on Black China. I thought Black China reading was very interesting. A lot of times when you read on people, you look for negatives, but it was nothing negative. It was nothing negative. It's a good thing for her. And shame on Khloe, for that's your baby. You are her daughter's auntie.
Yeah, that is true.
Speak positive, even if it's not for her, for the daughter. I don't like that negative Nancy's. I don't like them.
Yes. And
bitter Bettys. I don't like them. And she said I'm bitter because there was a time Chloe was the sweetest one out of them all, but life has made her so bitter. Well, go ahead.
Yes.
No, it wasn't nothing in my hand. Go ahead.
Yes. Oh man, that would have been a good April Fool's joke.
Oh, I got you already.
Yes, she did get me earlier this morning. April Fool's to you guys.
Right.
Except we're not joking about anything today on this episode. However, what is questionable is Latasha apologizing to her sister. If you could call it an apology. Could you please play
that little clip, just that little clip at that apology?
I don't have the answers. I found out about a $30,000 allegation when I watched TV with y'all. Did I take my sister's money? I did not.
She keeps saying she didn't do it.
Yes.
But you had been part of it. The smell came to you.
Yes. Your sister
you want to tell me you didn't know? Either that or you and your mother had a hand in it.
Yes.
I'm about to run. Let's see. Is Tasha, I want to know, did Tasha know? 3 cards.
Okay.
3 cards. 3 cards. Did Tasha know? Did Tasha know? Did she know? Did she have anything? If she did, let negative come out. Let negative, let swords, let something come out negative. Baby Crone, do a 3 cut. I had to tell her now because she been under the 10 cut.
Yes, I would have.
Thank you, Baby Crone.
You're
Let's
welcome.
see. Here we go. I'm playing the innocent role on the background.
Yes, because I said that she's trying to play victim.
I rest my case. Come on.
Uh,
Let's read.
Oh.
Here we see the tower. What does the tower mean? Meaning that this is fire. So this is a fire element. So therefore it's purging the truth. Whatever it is purging the truth. And you know what? I'm gonna come back to this. Ooh. But here we see strength, right? And that's an earth card. And what that's saying is she needs strength to hold that face. She needs strength to hold on to it. I truly believe that she knew something about it. I believe her husband had a lot to do with it. I believe, because this is the king of swords, and he's shiesty. And even though she says that, you know, she knows her husband has affairs,
yes, and that they have an open marriage with a question mark.
but he has all these. Affair is one thing. Having what do you call it? A harem is a whole nother thing.
Yes.
But Tasha K has just broken that all over the place. And so back to these cards. Looking at these cards, her husband is a lot of her problems. And like she said, he's my family. I've been with them. He's my husband. So she going to hold on to him. Let her do what she going to do. But she needs strength, y'all. When she said, not y'all, she needs strength, you all. When she said that she's really going through, I truly believe her. But I did see no humbleness when it came down to her sister. I would have just said, but she said something that was in an undercurrent.
Okay.
And the undercurrent was, I'm willing to do anything to make it right. And she know what anything mean. Pay that girl back $30,000, $60,000. That's what that mean. Because she said, I'm willing to what?
Do anything.
And what does that do for you? What will make it right for you? Pay me what you owe me.
Yes.
Bitch better have my money.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. Pay me what you owe me. That is the only way that is going to make that all right. You stole that money, and if you didn't, you let your husband, your mother, or whoever did it, and then you sit back and you're going to say you didn't know. And I'm going to tell you what my mother would have said. You're a lying of mink and your butt stink. You knew more than what you said.
Yes.
You knew more. These cards are showing that this thing is eating you up alive. The cards are showing that. The cards are showing you doing everything to try to keep a straight face, trying to hold on to it. That's why you feel bad. But here we see it. We see the roof is being blown off your life. You get ready to go through some stuff, girl. And you're going to be singing a gospel.
Yes.
The kicker to all of this to me is none of this would have had to been this way. Had she would have walked in and had a pleasant disposition.
That is very true.
It would have been nice if you would have just said, you know what, guys, so you come in with your butt up on your back, coming up in all proud and mean, and you just turned me off, didn't she?
Yes, she did.
And I was trying to root for you, but you was coming off like one of them divas, like they can't do nothing without me. I'm the head bitch of this group. That's how you came off, Natasha. You really did. And you wanted to blame Candy, you wanted to blame everybody, but it was you. And most of all, you wanted to blame your sister. Yes. And now you saying you want to hear what your sister have to say. You want to hear what your sister have to say, right? But how you going to hear what your sister have to give me your thing? How you going to hear what your sister have to say if you're not admitting that you all, even if you didn't take it, you knew. Anyway, that's what I feel about this. So what these cards are saying, so, and understanding that this card, this is a warring card. This is a warring card. So she's in heat. She's in water. Yes, she's feeling overwhelmed. The cards have spoke against her, saying she knew. And I'm trusting my cards. She knew. The card saying she knew. Why you need strength, my sister? And your husband is the culprit. And you keep protecting him.
Yes, she does.
You keep protecting your husband. And he's a cheater. But if it's okay with you, who are we to judge?
That is true.
The marriage bed, the Bible says that the marriage bed is undefiled. So whatever y'all do is y'all. But y'all better chill out with all of this sex and stuff in y'all relationships before you get a hold of something. How you going to explain that? I don't know. It's just that we living in the times where, you know, it's like 3 or 5 women to one man.
I know. Monogamy is slowly going out the window.
It's hard to find somebody that want to be faithful. It's hard to find somebody, period. So if you have somebody and it's halfway decent, try to do what you can to make it work. You don't want to come out here. It's a jungle out here. Sometimes I feel like I'm going under.
It's hard out here.
It's hard out here for a pimpus. You know? It's hard. And you know what? It's a jungle. You don't want to be dating out here in 2023. Now, when you're young, yeah, like baby Crone, yeah, you could be out here when you're early 20s being out here. But for you old heads, 45 and older, 40. Let me rephrase that. 40 and over, you better recognize, protect yourself, you know, and you dealing with these young girls. And remember this, where you won't, they will. Read between the lines. That's shorthand. So with that being said, all I said for Tasha is, Tasha, you have to come clean, sis.
Yes.
You have to come clean, sis. You did your sister wrong.
Very wrong.
And you came in the group with a bad attitude. However, there is a part of me that do believe that you were sincere. Other than that part, you maintaining your innocence. And you could be innocent, but you can't tell me you didn't know what your husband did.
Exactly.
Because you showed no anger, no resentment. You covered him, if anything.
Yes, even in her tears, she was just like, Tamika, you know I didn't do this. And I'm just like, okay, well, if you didn't, somebody did.
And Tamika is saying, I know you did it. It came to your house. We were in the group together. It was sent to you. See, that's what I'm saying. See, Tamika is like me. You have to own it.
Yeah, you really do.
And Tamika's like me. I will not take my family down either. I won't do that. I am definitely against that. I'll suffer a loss, but I won't take them down for money or nothing.
Yep,
like
she
that.
did say that in the episode. She was just like, I can still take you to court. You want to take this to court?
Because she wanted her to admit it.
Right. That was the threat. She was
And
like,
now
well,
she
maybe take
admitted.
that step.
And then what her sister and her husband did, they're going to try to blackmail her.
Yes, let's talk
with pictures. Y'all
Yes,
know.
allegedly, if she doesn't stop or whatever, leak a alleged intimacy tape.
You know what, guys? We only have this weekend, tomorrow, and next week. I don't know how this thing is going to end.
Yes.
But you know what? I found this very interesting, and it's so sad that we don't really get more information about it.
No.
And it seems like they just putting a lot of it on the back burner because that's not what it's supposed to be about.
Yeah, it's way too much to get into in 6 episodes. We're
but
here
this
to
should have
make
been.
music.
This should have been. They should have just made this a episode.
Yeah, I don't know why they were on such a time crunch because they did mention that in the show. They said that they couldn't get anything later in the date because it was too booked where they wanted to go, and they couldn't get anything earlier. So the best they could do was 1 month in advance. So I'm like, if y'all could have like waited like a year or so to
No,
do
because
this.
they had to do this show. I guess that's what it's all about. I don't know, but you know what? Please join us. We're going to be looking at it. We have 2 more episodes to go. And what is it?
Episode 5 tomorrow on Sunday, and then episode 6 next week.
And what is the name of it?
Oh, S Queens of R&B.
On Bravo.
Yes.
It's really good.
8
So,
p.m.
Is there anything else? Oh, another thing. What about Trump? The last of
yes.
it. I think that he was indicted or something like that, or
Yes, he is the first ex-president to be
Convicted?
with a crime.
Okay, guys, let me tell you what I feel about that. You mean to tell me all these years, 8 years, they finally got that?
Yeah.
Guys, let's see how that's going to stick. That's just more propaganda for him to get in that chair, okay? I'm not saying the man should get in the chair. I'm not saying he not. I'm keeping my opinion to myself. But what I am saying, they do anything to keep you twisted. Don't believe the hype with all of this. Unless this man go to jail, I'm calling BS.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm calling BS on it. And how he going to go to jail?
exactly.
Did Hillary go to jail? Did Clinton go to jail? Did any of them go to jail? Well, come on.
Right, and now Trump's going to be the first example to be like, yeah, we'll send somebody that was elected president. Okay.
If he go to jail, I'm just saying.
Yes.
I'm just saying.
Why
I'm
him?
going to be. Is Trump going to jail?
Yes.
Is he going to go to jail? 3 cards. 3 cards. Is Trump going to jail? Whatever, let the cards have the last word. Is Trump going to jail? Fall through for me, ancestors. Is he going to jail?
Yes.
Come on, my sister. I need you to answer for me. Is he going to jail?
That is good because he is going to go on trial in.
And if found guilty,
New
he got to
York.
go to jail, right?
He's being tried in New York, Manhattan, I believe.
Let's see what this going to be. Yeah, let's see what the bottom say.
Oh,
Death.
okay.
All right. Oh,
Powerful
my
readings
God.
today.
Woo! What I get out of this, you see, it's powerful. This is Mother Earth. That means he got too much money and too much power. Okay? So no, here's the Wheel of Fortune. What that mean? That means all the elements and everything is on his side. That means whatever this is, it look when and whatever they got him on, it's a small margin and he's going to get away with it. Whatever that is. This is Mother Nature herself, the Empress. What does that mean? That means she is the power of the earth. She is Earth Mother. Everything bountiful. This is a good card. This is glorious. This is good. That means things are turning in your favor. That means things are going to be good for you. That means things are working out for you. Also, in this card, you got the Wheel of Fortune. What does it mean? It means that you got, this is a favor card. This means this is a favor. I'm in your favor. You get to take a chance. You get to spin at life. You get to take another chance at life. This is what this means in this particular incident.
Yes.
And the way that I'm asking. And what was the final result of it? What is that? Talk to me. This is leaving something. So did he get arrested? Did he lock up? This card don't mean, this card to me, this is the 6. This is not somebody who's going to jail. This seems like somebody who escaped it. You didn't have enough evidence. And pick another card, got away with it.
Oh.
And new beginnings. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. This man, whatever they're going to do, and the cards can be wrong, but remember, I'm saying he is not going to get arrested. The cards are in his favor.
Right.
This
Yeah,
is all
positive.
for propaganda. This is, look.
Yeah.
And look, they showed 2 cards of him escaping it. One, he's looking back like, I'm out. And here's one, this is the first one, where he's just going to get off of it. Come on. Wouldn't that just, if you really want to be fair, out of all of the presidents
Yeah.
that did a whole lot of mess, especially a lot of them are warmongers. So you mean to tell me out of all, you're going to pick him? Why? Because you don't like what he says. See, I can't say anything because if I say anything, I gotta be quiet. I'm just gonna be quiet. So,
No, because it just seemed like he was the president to be picked on since he got elected.
and I'm not saying he deserved it, and I'm not saying he not. I'm just saying this is some propaganda, people, to get you thinking.
Yes, we'll see who will be our president and win this election.
Just
Bless you.
more propaganda. I hope you enjoyed that read too. So both of them. Allergies. Oh.
Yes.
Excuse me. Ooh,
The pollen, I feel you. My nose is itching.
really?
Yes.
That thing blew and went. I went.
Mhm.
How many times I sneezed?
3 about.
Ooh. So anyway, that was very, very good. Is there anything else we got to talk about?
No, we don't have anything else to
Um,
talk about, really.
Anything in science?
No, nothing going
time
on in
is it?
science. Aside from the fact that, actually, I know there's nothing going on in science, really.
Nothing. There's always something going
on
on.
in science, yes. But none that
Okay.
I'm aware of at the moment.
These on a minute?
Yes.
Okay. Excuse me, guys. I'm gonna have to cut it short because I'm starting to get a runny nose, and I'd be John Brown if I go on camera. So
Yes.
with that being said,
This wind is picking
the
up,
wind
as
is
you
picking
see.
up. I really enjoy, but it's beautiful.
Yes,
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and hopefully when the weather gets, because you know I like reading outside. I really do. I just think this is a beautiful view. I just love it. And you hear the wind. Listen. See, that's spring.
Yes.
Look at the pollen. Look at it's green. But I wiped it all off before we came out. So, baby Crone, did you enjoy this?
Yes, I did. I felt alive, feeling the sun blaze on me as well. It wasn't blazing, but shining on us like a spotlight, as we talked about and highlighted some hot topics.
So please subscribe. Please watch us. Please, we really, really, really need you. We need your likes. We really do. We really want you to like it because I really want to keep the brown round, because this is the only way I get to talk about celebrities without even reading cards. And even though you all know my main thing is reading cards, but if I don't do hot topics, how am I going to know what to read about?
Yes.
So this is why I do hot topics. So please support this part of it too. And you know I love reading cards. And please, after this, I have Viola Davis. And I read on Viola Davis because she's an EGOT winner.
Yes.
And she's just one of them people that I'm like, that. I don't have no words. And I don't mean it in a negative. I just mean it in her acting is strong.
Yes.
And reading on her, I'm just saying, it really opened up a lot to me about who the card said that she was. So, like I said, everything I do in my readings are allegedly. However, when they come out right, like with Trump,
Yeah.
time will tell. That's how you know.
Yeah.
Time tell everything.
That is
and sometimes it's happened overnight, sometimes it could happen like this, sometimes it could take a year, sometimes it could take 2 years. It depends on what it is you're asking.
Yes.
And I'm telling you, it doesn't look like Trump is going to get locked up. This is going to be a mockery, is what this is going to be. You hear what I'm saying? Just another deterrent to keep you from paying attention to the high prices that's going on in this country and how they gouging us. And God knows what's going on.
Yes.
I'm just saying, beware. Don't be so easy swept away into the above ground drama.
Yes.
It's just drama. So,
Because the more they report to you, the more they keep you busy and worrying about your life.
and you don't pay attention to what they going on. So this is big strategy. So for me, taking him to court, this is like, this is like huge.
Not even big news, but like with celebrities and like TV
Yeah,
personalities.
but he's running for presidency.
That is
so
true.
just imagine this
Even
is
bigger.
even
Major.
bigger. So we will be following this story. Now, with that being said, I think that we covered everything. What do
Yes,
you
we
think?
did.
You think so? You think that's going to turn out all right?
Yes, I do.
Well, I so enjoyed it because it looked dark from where I'm sitting.
It was dark here and there, but
Okay, but nevertheless,
good.
you see us, and
Yes.
we just thank you for joining us, and please subscribe. And what else can we say?
Thumbs
Thumbs us
yes,
up.
like and comment.
Like, comment, please. I always do my best to give some kind of feedback.
Yes.
You can voice your opinion. You don't even have to agree with anything that Baby Crone or I say, especially me. You don't have to agree with anything. Just to know you're watching, and just to know you are part of us reaching our goal. And with that, we want to thank you so much for tuning in
Yes.
and watching us, right, Baby Crone?
Yes, I
and
hope
with
you
that,
guys have something planned to do for the summer or spring as we get to enjoy this weather.
oh my goodness, yes. And with that being said, sunflowers.